That's Stifler's mom?
Yep.
Shit. Cannot believe a fine woman like this produced a guy like Stifler.
Dude! I took some MILF.
What the hell's that?
MILF. Mom, I'd like to fuck.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
MILF.
What? Welcome to the show with DeMarco and Kayla. Deep dive into life twists, see you later. We got questions, got thoughts, no hesitation. Why we like this now is your destination. Pop culture, trends to daily grind hustle. Breaking it down, talking truth, no muzzle. You feel lost, sometimes we gonna navigate. Letting you know it's never too late. Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.
Well, hello there. What's going on? It's Marco, aka DeMarco. This is my lovely co-host Kayla. Kayla, how you been? How was your weekend?
Good and bad. Like good because it was Mother's Day weekend. So like we kind of celebrate it like the whole weekend and not just one day. So it kind of like it's like I ask my kids what they want to do and then they pretty much plan the whole weekend. Like they want to go to the beach, they want to go to the pool, they want to do all of these things. So it's mostly about that them still.
And that's like a rule. Like I didn't know. Like I had to learn that from my kid's mom. Like I'm like, it's Mother's Day. Like, do you want your damn kids on Mother's Day? It's your day. You want to rest. Why the fuck I want my kids on that day? But no. I guess you want your kids. I know. Yeah. But in my mind, that's what you want because, you know, if you got a present where you're going to get a fucking, I don't know, massage. Yeah. Massage, spa day, something. Like, you're not going to use it that day, I guess. I guess that's the day you get it and then you move on. So
well, I've heard a lot of moms say like, oh, like if I just want it as a rest day, but then I don't know. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't have my kids. Like I asked my ex, like, can I keep them for the whole weekend? Because he usually takes them on Saturdays. And then I was just like, because that would have kind of put a wrench in my plan if he would have taken them, you know. But he let me have them, and then we went to like San Diego, we went to the beach and stuff. But then I got into a car accident, so that sucked. So I'm like, dealing with that was.
Like a good neighbor? No?
No.
Everybody okay though?
Yeah, everybody was fine. They were like more in shock, so they kind of were like scared, my kids, because the guy crashed into me, like he just like crashed into me, like just like went straight into me.
Oh, so it wasn't your fault?
Oh no, like I was just driving in the parking lot.
It's usually the woman's fault, so I just wonder.
No, I could drive really good, actually. I've driven in so many different places, so in different trucks, vehicles, everything. So I could be a truck driver if I wanted to because I had a license in the military, but I'm not going to do that.
You could be a drug runner, see? You're missing your calling. You're missing your calling. But everybody was good and everything was okay?
Yeah, everybody was
how's
good.
the car?
My car.
Is it drivable?
My
or
car
is it
looks so ghetto. I don't even want to drive it because I'm like, oh, I look really weird. Because you know those people that like bungee cord like parts of their car. Like I didn't have to do any of that, but I just feel like it.
This is how you know. I don't know if you're just as ghetto as me, but like if something fucking just like flies by and they got some fucking fucked up shit, that the first thing you say is, "That's why your shit fucked up now." That's what I say. Like what? That's why your trunk look the fucking way it does. Shit, like, because it's usually the bungee cord people. Like, if I saw you down the road, I'm like,
woman driving.
When are you gonna? So you're not gonna get it fixed, or?
And honestly, like you can tell that it wasn't my fault because there's really no way for me to have crashed like that, you know, because it was
it
like
on the side,
like on the side, but like the whole middle, and like got my rims and stuff.
Almost like you got T-boned or what?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Okay.
But like now I have a hole in my door and I'm like, ugh, I have to replace both doors, the siding, like it's just my rims. Like
it's just an inconvenience. Like it's crazy because like you're probably gonna get it all fixed, more than likely, if they don't, it'll get totaled out. Then you have to try to get. It's just an inconvenience. Like it's like I still don't understand why people fight. I've seen people like they'll get into a wreck. Like I don't know if you know this, but it's called an accident because they didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
So like, well, was the dude was he scared or was he tripping or what was he?
So he was really nice, and I'm just like one of those people where if you get into an accident, I'm like scared, so I'm like freaked out. So I'm like, so I first thing I asked is well, I put my hand up when the accident happened. So if the glass came, like if the glass broke, because like right away, as soon as he came at me, like I already knew it was over. There was no way of getting, like when you're thinking quick. And then I was just like putting my hand up because I was like, well, I don't want my daughter to like get glass on her because I thought the window was gonna break the way that he was coming at me. I was just like, okay, it's gonna
Right.
break. And then like as soon as we crashed, I stopped and I'm like, obviously, and then I asked my kids, are they okay? And they're like, we're scared and all this stuff and like all shaken up and I felt bad. And then even though the guy didn't it was his fault. Like I still went over and was just like, "Is everybody okay in your car? Are you okay? Like, does anybody
The
need
way
any
it
like
should be.
medical help and stuff like?" But some people are assholes. Like I've gotten into accident with like I think one time it was my fault and the guy was screaming at me and I'm like, "Dude, it was an
An
accident."
accident is an accident. I've never been in a real accident, like not while I was driving, but I have seen to where like I've been in there and it'll be somebody's fault and they're the one that's mad and you're like, how are you mad? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's an
Like and I
inconvenience. It's just an inconvenience and it's like, it
Yeah, and he was a
is.
nice guy, but he was just kind of like, you could tell he was just kind of like not there. So I was just like trying to like help him figure out like, okay, like get your license out, registration, all that stuff. He's like, I just got into an accident. And I'm like, and then he's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, dude,
Those are the
that's
fucking worst.
the
Those are the fucking worst,
pay
man.
attention.
So
But I didn't want to say it because sometimes I say stuff and people are like, you come off as like a bitch because I guess it's just like serious sometimes when I say funny stuff. So it's like that dry sense of humor people don't understand nowadays. So yeah. So I just kind of left it alone. And the police came, we did all that.
so do you want a new car or do you want to keep your car?
No, there's no way they'll total it out. It
Oh,
just
okay.
needs, yeah,
You
it's too
never know
expensive.
if I know fucking I know some body shops that'll total it out for you. They'll say it's frame. There's frame damage.
I
That's
actually love that.
fraud.
I actually love that.
I knew it. I knew it because it's usually if you didn't, it would be like, oh, I can't wait to get something new. It'll probably get totaled out.
Yeah, no. And if it did, I would get a smaller one. I wouldn't have an SUV because honestly, like I am gonna buy a new car in the coming months, but I'm gonna buy like a car and then give that one back to my ex because he bought that one for me when we were together.
I do miss my Honda. I had a little Honda, an Accord, and it was 2019. It's like it was the touring sport.
Oh. Mhm.
Had the fucking turbo in it, and it
Yeah.
held, and I had to get it. It got totaled out, and they didn't even give me a choice. Usually they give you a choice, like, hey, do you want to buy it back or not? And they ended up just paying it off, and then I ended up having to get something else. And now I have this 124 Spider, which is it's a two seater, and I like it,
Mhm.
but I still miss my Honda. I don't know what it is about the Honda that I like it, but I got
Most
a
people are like
convertible now,
that. Once
so
they get a Honda, they just stay with it. Like, and I don't know if you know, but Hondas last forever.
yeah.
Like those freaking cars last.
I should have just bought it out. But like I said, I have a two seater fucking convertible now, so it's summertime and now I can drop the top and
Be cool, sexy,
yeah.
cool.
Where's the ladies at? I got my
Literally.
mid I got my midlife crisis car. Come on. My sister when I bought it, my sister was like, where are my kids supposed to be at? It's supposed to fit. And I'm like, in your car.
You bring them on over. I know. And so, like, when I told my kids, like, because I had told them, like, a bit ago, like, I'm going to buy a car, but I'm not buying an SUV because we've always had an SUV since they were born. And they're like, a car? Where are my friends going to sit? And I'm like, because I told them it's going to be like bucket seats in the back because I was going to buy a Camaro. So I wanted to have the 2 seats in the back and 2 in the front, you know? And then I was like, we only need 3 seats. It's only 3 of us. And then my daughter was like, well, where are all my friends gonna sit? And I'm like, when do I bring your friends anywhere? And even if I do, like, it will be one friend. And she's like, well, what if I have 2 friends? And I'm like, then tell their mom to drive them.
There's always some type of fucking scenario that they always come up with.
It's like every time I'm
But
like,
it
that's
only
one of my
happens.
dreams.
But it's funny because it's what happens. Like when I had the Honda, you know, it was a sedan. If I needed to take people, I take them, but it never really happened. And now, like my oldest, she's already old, so like it's just me and my daughter. Like I don't have to have anything. But sure enough, like something will happen where they're like, "Hey, so and so needs a ride," and I'm like. Then my daughter decided that she wanted to be in band and play the tuba. That shit don't fit in my trunk.
Oh, yeah.
That shit don't fit in my trunk. We had to take two rides. I had to take her to the school, then I had to go back to get the fucking instrument and take her over there.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
But yeah, well, I guess that happened on Mother's Day weekend though. That sucks. Did you
Yeah.
get anything cool for Mother's Day though?
My kids made me stuff. That's all I really care about. I'm not really into like all the gifts and all the like fancy stuff and all my like if I had a husband or boyfriend like him buying me like purses and all this stuff because like I'm not your mom, like I'm my kid's mom, so like whatever they do for me like I'm happy with, like whatever they want to do, like they want to bring me out, I don't mind even like footing the bill because it's like that's what they want for me, not they don't want to give me a spa gift, they want to give me something that they made. So like I have like these
Which
magnets of their
which I think
pictures.
yeah, I was gonna say, and I think it's a lot better, and I think there's a lot of parents that are the same way. Like my mom, she don't want nothing. I don't know. I always feel obligated, and I hate it. I always hate it because I've always been the guy to go above and beyond. So
Yeah.
like immediately I just start thinking, okay, who needs to do I need to tell Happy Mother's Day to? I probably miss some people or like. Although you only have to text this, so this year I was just like, I'm just gonna text who's important. You know, text my mom. You know, I text my kid's mom. I text my sisters. I text you, and it was like, you know what I mean. And it was kind of just like, and that's all my mom was wanting is like, you know what I'm saying. But I did send her like a long text message. But that's why it's crazy how like Mother's Day is also turned into that like being the like the spouse like if I was with somebody like you're not my mama, yeah, I mean you're my kid's mom, but like my kids are gonna give you a present,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my mom a present,
Hmm.
like you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
so it's
so
like
like that's like the old school way to do it, where like even my mom like she would rather just like even just like a simple flowers or just a simple text or a simple like phone call or whatever, like she was more into like kind of like that, and that's how I am too. It's more old school type of, you know, the older millennial version of people. And then like but nowadays it's not like that, it's like the husband's expected or boyfriend or whatever is expected to like shower his wife or his baby mama with like all these gifts, and it's like at the same time it's like that's not how this works.
one year whenever I was with my ex, she was kind of upset. Um, there was WWE was coming into town, and I had my nephews. They were gonna be in town, or they were in town. I don't remember. All I know is that I was just like, I didn't even know it was Mother's Day. I just bought the tickets. I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy these tickets. You know, I asked my girl if she wanted to go. She said no. You know what I mean? My daughter was really really young, uh, and then my oldest, and then so I was like, okay, so I end up buying the tickets, and then I end up coming to Mother's Day, and then I was just like, oh shit, it's on Mother's Day. It was actually on Mother's Day. So I told her, you could tell she was like really upset about it. But that day I woke up, I made her breakfast in bed, got her a card, you know, I did, you know, I think she was like, she was grateful that I did those things, but I think she was still upset that I still went. But it was like, I was in a little town, so it's not like WWE comes all the time. It was just like, no, they're coming. I already told my nephews I was taking them. Yes, on Mother's Day. I mean, we could all go. I know she didn't want to go, but shit. took my nephews, I took my oldest daughter. So we had a fucking blast. But she was upset because I had taken her. And then my mom was happy because I took, my kids, my nephews, so took all the grandkids, the rest of them. That's all my mom, as long as like the grandkids are good, she's good. I don't know. I just feel like it was like that's whenever I learned, like, is it like, you're not my mom, you know what I mean?
You know what I think is I do think like a baby daddy is responsible for like if the kids are super young and they can't go to the store and do stuff, but they are like, oh, I want to do this for mom for Mother's Day. If they're asking him, if he assists them, that's fine. Like helping them make breakfast, obviously, because they can't do it on their own, or going to get flowers or whatever the kids want. Because that's what my ex used to do with my kids.
But what if you're not together and you're with somebody else?
No, like he didn't even
No.
say Happy Mother's Day to me, but
Oh,
I'm not his mom.
that's kind of fucked up. I know it's still kind of fucked up. Like, I text my kid's mom. I'm like, hey, and I still like, I'm pretty sure her dude got her something. I don't know. I don't get into their business, but I still make sure. Like, I asked my daughter, I'm like, hey, what are you gonna do for your mom for Mother's Day? She's like, oh, I'm gonna make her a card, and I'm gonna do that. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, if she asked me and be like, hey, Dad, can you buy
Yeah,
this for me? I would do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
you
Yeah.
can't do it. You can't do it. But I'm saying, like, if I was still with somebody, I don't know if it's disrespectful or not. But at the same time, it's like, my daughter asked me for this, and this is what I'm gonna get her. Do you know what I mean? It's not
No,
like
I
I'm
don't think
I'm
it
buying
is.
the gift, because I'm not buying the gift. You know what I'm saying? But I can see why people, like, why a significant other would think that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Because, like, you're like, hey, that's not your mom.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to be like, that's like one of those toxic people you don't want to be with because they're not really understanding. Because at the
Right.
same time, you have to be like,
Story of my life.
that is my kid's mom. Like, like I am gonna, if my kid needs help getting a gift or something, I'm gonna
Right.
do that for her mom because that's what she wants for her mom. This is for my kid. This is not for her. This is not for my baby, from me to my baby mama. This is for my kid to her mom.
Right.
So
Right,
it's
and that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, because, like, if you're with somebody, like, I still don't even think it's like, if I want to text her and be like, hey, thank you for everything you do for my kids. Happy Mother's Day. It's like,
that's fine too.
yeah,
I mean, I say Happy Father's Day, even though I mean it's just things are weird between us, and he's probably
yeah,
never
because
gonna
y'all are
understand.
freshly broken up. But I'm saying, like, once you've moved on, you got to see you. That's what I'm telling you. I was saying this before, that, like, everything is just like, I hate. I don't even want to do it. I don't want to. I'm probably gonna be single forever because of this shit. Because, like, I don't want to have to deal with it. I just don't want to. What is right? What is wrong? If I have to be with somebody that's really gonna, cause I can't do the toxicity like that anymore. I might make jokes about it, but I can't.
Yeah,
I'm just like, bro, I don't know. I don't think about anybody. I don't think about this. This is just what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. Do you know what I mean? And so it's
yeah,
like,
no, and I was just actually, it's funny you say that because I was just literally talking to my friend about this. He's very young and he's like super toxic, and he's always like that with me. And I'm like, we're just friends. We're not dating. We're never gonna date. None of those things. And I'm just like the way that people are nowadays. Like I'm just like I couldn't be with someone that young because he's like super young and like they're crazy toxic.
so he thinks he's with a
Crazy.
MILF or what?
Huh?
Does he think he's with a MILF?
He's funny because he actually said on Mother's Day, he's like, Happy MILF Day.
Fucking
Straight,
goddamn,
I'm
bro.
not even
I
shitting
know
you.
I
Like,
know exactly how guys think. What age is MILF though? Because you
okay,
can't be
so
in your
I
20s. You can't be in your 20s. You're just a bitch with kids. You
I don't
can't be a
think that
motherfucking.
no, because so like people used to call my mom MILF after American Pie came out.
So that's another thing, is just like our millennials, like, the MILF word came from American Pie. That's crazy because it never before, and if anybody did it before, we don't know about it. Like,
No,
it really came from American Pie. Like, they really started a whole fucking, like, it's a whole word, and everybody uses that
like a
MILF word.
meaning,
You know
like
what
a
I mean? Yeah,
definition.
yeah. Because Stifler's mom, she was a MILF,
Yeah.
even though he was the one that was wanting to fuck other dude's mom. So
Yeah. And then also like when you hear the song like Stacy's mom and stuff like that, it's like it's all that whole MILF thing. And like that came about like you looked it up.
yeah, I just
Yeah, I
googled it.
did.
I just googled, like, hey, when is a MILF, and it said This says exactly what I just said. It said, if you're under the age of 35, you're not a MILF. You're just a mom with a baby. I said bitch, but still. But some of these say it's a range. Because, like, I guess it's like a MILF and a cougar, but you could be a cougar because, like, you might not have kids. There's a whole fucking
Oh, a
Wikipedia.
MILF is just like like a younger guy who wants to fuck an older woman that has kids.
Nigga.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like her mom. But like a cougar is a woman, an older woman who preys on younger. Different. It's like a different, thing. Like she might be considered a MILF from the guys that she preys on, but it
So,
doesn't.
linguist Laurel Sutton states that MILF was one of 9 terms for attracted women. This was in Berkeley in linguistics class in spring of 1992. And so that's when college people started using it, but the term wasn't popularized until 99 when American Pie came out. Where the Asian guy from fucking Harold and Kumar, he was the one, remember he was all over the fucking picture? He was like,
Yeah.
the MILF.
Well, yeah, licking it. Yeah,
God, we're old,
people used to
man.
tell
We're fucking
me that
old.
my mom was, and then I'd be like, "Stop saying that," like, because she looked younger and she was considered pretty. She was just
Oh
like
yeah,
blonde
my mom
hair,
too.
long
My mom
hair,
too. My mom's the
super
same
skinny.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, your
yeah.
mom's pretty even
I
now.
had
Like,
to I had to get the fucking tough skin. I already knew the mom jokes. I already knew the. I'm like, here we go. Oh, your mom this, your mom that one.
and my mom was skinny, so she'd always wear like the tiniest bathing suits, and I'm like, dude, like, put that shit away.
My
Like
mom
people
wasn't
are gonna
like
tease me
that
at school. Like, we'd
though.
all go to the same lakes and beaches, and I'm like, oh, great. There's gonna be a ton of kids from school, and then they're gonna talk shit.
But now, like, there's no MILFs anymore. For me, they're just all older women my age now.
Yeah, so my son was telling me when I volunteered at his school, he was telling me, he's like, maybe you don't need to come too much because he's like, because my friends are saying that you are fire. And then I was just like, at that point, I didn't really know what he meant. Like, I mean, I knew what fire meant, but like, I didn't know, like, because he's little, he was like, that was a first grade. And then I was like, really? I was like, this is weird. But I knew it was
so,
gonna come
so then
someday,
you
you know?
started wearing the bathing suits to elementary school.
No. Not even. I actually dress super professional
You
when I go to their school, like to work, like to volunteer and stuff. I dress like super, super professional. But
got
I
to.
don't know.
You got to. But then again, I mean, those little boys' minds run wild. I know. I was one of those. I was one of those. I'm still one of those. Oh, the things I used to sneak back in the days. But that's a whole different other story. But that's what I'm saying is, it's like, it's crazy how, like, I don't know. We're just old. We're old.
Yeah,
I'm not old. You're old.
I'm old. But remember, I said I was cool. Remember we were talking about this the other day?
Yeah, because I was at a restaurant, one of those restaurants where it's just the women that serve you. I was supporting single moms. I mean, it's what a single guy does, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always going to be single. If unless you're gonna just be cool with coming along and not worried about what I do, because I don't know.
I think, like I said, you just need to meet the right person, because I felt like I was gonna be single forever too. Like I was just like, I'm gonna be single forever. I know I'm in this weird thing going on right now. That doesn't really count right now until we get it together. But like I thought the same thing until I met someone who was like I felt like was like worthy, of like my
Yeah,
time, my effort, my everything.
but you're newly single. Like a year is really in a year, a little over a year. That's not really
Yeah.
single. Like I've been single for this year will be 6 years that I'll be single, and I mean, yeah, I've dated, I've kind of done things here and there, but it's just like, it's just so much easier not to have to worry about anybody else. Especially like me
Yeah.
running. I don't know. I don't never. I've never done like the run clubs. They tell me to do run clubs all the time so I can find somebody that likes to run with me. But I don't know. I'm a Cancer. I stay in my little fucking shell in my bubble, and I'm just like, don't, I'll come out every once in a while. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, but Mother's Day, it was a successful one. Even though I didn't really get to see my mom because, like, now that I live away here, but at the same time, I text her. She was good, and talked to her for a little bit. Uh, then I ate,
That picture
drank a
you
little bit.
posted of
So,
her was so cute. Of you
oh
and
yeah,
her.
yeah, that was I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. No, we were at some place, Dahano dancing and shit. We were drinking and stuff. We're having a good time. That was one of those
She looks
things.
so young.
I mean, she's only 20 years older than me. So like it's 20 and 20 and 20. So like she's I'm 20 years younger than she is, and then my nephew's exactly 20 years younger than I am. So it's just like 20, 20, 20. And so, no, we have our kids young.
Tell me about it.
But other than that, I guess we've just been watching this basketball too. Like, we just saw,
I can't even.
I know, it's probably an Achilles tear.
Yeah.
Because Tatum went down.
At first they said it might be that he twisted his ankle, but I'm like,
It looks pretty bad.
yeah.
The
Usually
way he
people still
was,
play with a twisted ankle.
and the way he was slamming the ground, you could tell, like, he couldn't get
Yeah.
up. You could tell, like whenever you're hurt, especially athletes, they know whenever they're like really hurt.
Yeah.
And so, um, it's crazy how we like just a couple weeks ago we said, oh, it might be this person, then it might be OKC and Cleveland, and now Cleveland's about to lose. They're down 3-1.
We're down.
The Celtics are down 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Celtics can. I mean, the Knicks, if more than likely they're gonna win. Um, Knicks and Pacers. I don't know. They've had that long standing. I don't know. I don't know. Then on the other one, what? OKC and Denver, they're tied up. And who's the other one who's playing? Golden State and Minnesota, and I think
Golden State.
Minnesota just
Timberwolves, yep, too.
they're up 114-101. The Timberwolves are right now, so they're probably gonna go up 3-1. I mean, without Curry, they can't fucking win. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I don't know. I don't see the Timberwolves losing. Although OKC, they're tied 2-2, so I can't say who's gonna win. Although I really want Westbrook to win one, but that was
Yeah.
good. I don't really, like I said, I don't really watch UFC. UFC was on. There was another controversial thing in boxing. I don't know if you saw it. They thought it was a headbutt, but other than that, it was a pretty good weekend. It was a pretty good weekend. I mean, it just so happened that my daughter was with her mom. I mean, it was her time with her, and it was already Mother's Day, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but let's get into the first video.
Man, the good guy's a sucker, man. If you one of them good dudes, oh, you just a good dude. Oh, he just a good dude. You're 9 times out of 10, you're a fucking sucker. Your bitch take advantage of you. She suck your dick when she want to. She don't suck your dick when you want your dick sucked. She suck your dick on holidays and shit like that, birthdays. But then she run around here fucking with the bad guy. She blowing in the nigga pee hole like a clarinet and shit. Dropping nigga balls in her mouth, getting teabagged, all kinds of shit. The good dude is a sucker. Don't ever think that he's just a good dude. No, he's the one that's getting cheated on. Fuck you talking about. The good dude always is the one who find out his bitch out here, motherfucking, she macho woman Candy Savage out here wrestling with a nigga dick. Don't you ever be the good guy. That's the worst thing in the world. You just a good dude. Captain Good Dude. Da-da-da-da-da. He's a fucking sucker. Fuck wrong with you? Yeah, I mean, you gotta check and correct the bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga out here more sad than a nigga who dick is sad. If you ain't got happy dick, you're fucked up out here. Your dick sad and you paying bills. If my dick was sad too, be paying all the bills. Fuck is you talking about? The electric, everything. She be supplying all the food in the house and everything. If my dick was sad, y'all niggas got life fucked up. Right.
He's speaking the truth, don't you think?
Yeah, he's speaking the truth, but why is he speaking the truth? Why does it
Because
have to be that way?
I don't know, I just think women need that like masculine energy to kind of like put them in their place a bit, like to like, and I think that's why the whole like choking thing and all that stuff during sex like became so like cool now um because women feel that like masculine like energy and it's like so sexy and so like arousing and sexual. Like it's like when you get in a fight with a guy like that you're with and then you have makeup sex because he put you in your place. Usually. That's why.
You ain't my fucking kid. Like I said, I agree because I feel like now that I do that, now that I have that meanness in me, is whenever I get more women now. Do you know what I mean? Like before, whenever I was nice, because I like I said, I grew up with women. So like I always thought a woman should be on a pedestal. So I always was like nice to women. I always treated women with respect. I still do. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like you realize you get older and you realize not all women deserve that. Not all fucking women deserve that. And I've been cheated on so many fucking times. The way I caught shit, and like I was just like just nice about it. And I looking back, I'm like, damn, why did I was a fucking sucker. The way he said I was a fucking sucker. It's fucking Tucker. I saw all the fucking clues. I saw all of that shit, and I still let it go by, and I'm still just fucking. Oh yeah, you okay, baby? Are you okay, baby? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
Yeah, that's so like it's okay to be nice like most of the time or like not like a nice guy but like a good person, to your significant other. However, everybody still kind of needs that little bit of fight in them because it makes them feel like the relationship's still alive and stuff like that. Because it's like when the fighting stops, like people say, it's really true. When the fighting stops, it's over. So when you're not fighting at all, it's kind of like
see, a while ago we was just talking about the no toxic shit, and what you're talking about is all toxic. Why the
but
fuck
it's
I
a
gotta
little
fight?
bit. It's
Why the
not
fuck I
like
gotta fight?
not
Fuck,
like an
what the
everyday
fuck?
thing. Not like an everyday thing because I avoid conflict like the plague. Like at any cost. I will say like you're okay, you're right, whatever, and walk away because I just don't feel like dealing with it. But like every once in a while there has to be that argument or that blow up or whatever and then you get the makeup sex after and all that stuff. But like it's not it's not an everyday thing. Like when someone fights with me every day, I'm over it. I don't want to be with them. It's fucking annoying. It's toxic. It's whatever. But it's not toxic if you have arguments every once in a while and it does some blow up into bigger arguments and you just don't talk for like the
And that's
night
what I'm
or something like
saying.
that.
And
That's not
yeah.
toxic.
And that's what I'm saying is that like I can't keep up that role. Like I said, like now that I mean, like, oh yeah, now women want to come around, now shit happens, and now all of a sudden, no, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, first of all, no, that's not me, but I mean, I guess it is me, because now that I'm mean and don't give you the fucking time of day, now all of a sudden all these women want to give me a time of day, and I'm like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I can't be who I am, then I don't need to be with you, and I'm like, it is. It's one of those things that like, what is it like? What do they call it? Whenever you got into your like your lesson, like that's your life lesson. I don't know. There's a word for it. There's a fucking saying for
Hmm,
it, but that's your like
not sure.
it's like a teachable moment. Like whenever I got cheated on and I was being nice and shit, like, oh no, you were being too nice, and it's like, okay. Then I
Well,
did
see,
it
that's
again,
what you
and then it was
learn
like,
from these
oh okay.
relationships. That's what happens to nice guys. They end up with girls that treat them badly, and then over time, they don't become as nice as they used to be anymore until they find the right one, and then they're like
It's the
somewhat
villain.
nice and
It's the
somewhat
villain
nice.
origin. That's what makes you a villain, and that's what I'm saying. You go through these things, and now I'm the fucking bad guy. Now I'm the one that's posting these stupid jokes, and I'm the one that's fucking can't find a girl, but you're just a fucking player, and I'm like no no no, you did this, y'all did this shit. You know what I mean? Like yes, I am the villain now. I am the fucking villain now. I need my eyes to change colors whenever I say that.
like like rat or something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they say that whenever you have girls, it's to teach you a lesson, and I'm like, well, what did I do? What did I do? I had my mom and my sisters, and then I had my girls. Like I was never a player before. I was never any of this. But now I kind of get it because now it's like, okay, I went through my little villain story, and now I'm the fucking villain. But I can't really be a villain because, like, oh, you wouldn't want this to happen to your kids. You want this to happen to your daughter. No, I don't. You know what I mean? My daughter gonna be smarter than that. And if she's not, then it's a teachable moment for her too. But it's what I'm saying. It's like
The villain that you're talking about is the people that you don't really like care for like that. It's not like people that you, it's not someone that you like deeply care for.
there won't be one.
You know, like you, no, I'm not even talking about a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm just talking about in general, like even us. Like we're best friends, you know?
Right.
We became friends like really close, really fast, you know? And it's like, I know you would never treat me in a bad way. Like, I don't think we've ever gotten in an argument. We've disagreed on things, but we've never gotten in an argument. And it's, for one, we're mature. Two, like, we're not together like that, you know? But I could never see you treating me in a bad way, you know, and vice versa. I would never do that to
No,
you
now I'm gonna
either.
put you in your motherfucking place.
But like I said, like 'cause I know you care for me and I care for you, and I know like when you care for someone, like it's different. It's different from all the like. I mean, I don't want to say in a bad way, but it's different from all like girls or guys that people hook up with or whatever. You don't even care because like you don't care if you're gonna see them again. So who cares like,
Then
you
I get
know,
put in the, cause
how they're
then,
treated?
yeah, cause then I get put in the friend zone for being too nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, I'm a professional, I'm a professional third wheeler, and I'm a professional friend zone. But at the same time, right now, I don't, right now, like I'm good with it. Like I
Yeah, I
never,
was
like
about to
before,
say, from some of the stories you told me, I don't think you're
like I
the
said,
one getting put in
I'm,
the friend zone.
that's my villain
Stay
story. That's what
around.
I'm saying. Like, yeah, yeah. Whenever you see these fucking superhero movies and you see the villains are never really bad. Something happened to them whenever they were doing it, so that turned them
Yeah,
into who the fuck they are, and that's who I am.
yeah,
I am the fucking bad guy.
you're not a bad guy.
Oh, see, but that's why I'm single, because I'm not a bad guy. I'm the good guy.
No,
Let's
not
call
like that.
this.
You just haven't met someone that you want to be with.
And it won't happen. Go to this next one here. Let's go see another bad guy.
How often should a father be with their child? Depending how competent you are as a man, depends how potent you are with your time. If you are a man who works in Starbucks and you're not that interesting and you're not that successful, for you to have a woman to be loyal to you, you need to be next to her all day, every day. You need to hold her hand, you need to be with her every night, you have to come home every day, you have to talk to her all the time and text her all the time, etc. If you're one of the most famous, important, rich men in the world, you can talk to a girl an hour a day or 20 minutes a day, and you can see her once a month, and she'll be loyal to you. Why? Because of the potency of the man, the capability of the man. And I would argue it's the same with fatherhood. I think the best fathers are so busy getting things done that yes, they see their children, and I see my children, but I'm so busy getting things done that I can't be with them all the time. I argue that would be offset by the fact that I am who I am. If I meet an average person on the street, someone I've never even met, and they say, I watched your videos, you changed my whole life, and I meet them for 5 minutes, and I shake their hand, it becomes their story for the week. I can have an influence on people quickly because I'm potent, and it's the same with my children. My father raised me that way. My dad could be home an hour a week because he was my dad. Now, there's other dads who'd say, you're a bad dad, I'm home all the time. You're a couch potato. You ain't raising your son being a couch potato. You may be there, but you have no impact because you don't matter.
Amanda's be talking.
So a lot of people hate him. And I know I see it. I don't know why I love that dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Like most of what he says, like I really I like resonate with it. I really feel like
I think some things yes, and I think guys that take him too seriously really just hate women. Like you might as well fucking date men. If you're gonna believe everything this motherfucker says, you might as well date men.
okay, and so and to put that in perspective, he actually put up a clip or a few, if you go to his page, and it's about women and how much he cares for women and like sees them like pretty much on a pedestal. You have to watch that clip because it really shows that he's not a woman hater. he says things like it is, like how
Because
sometimes
it's
we think.
internet too, and he does says things
Yeah.
to fucking rile up the fucking internet. Uh, but to go with the clip that he's saying now, on
Oh
one
yeah.
hand, I get it. So it's almost like the king. Like you were a warrior, you got sent out into the motherfucking forest, whatever, by yourself. You slayed a fucking lion. You had to go through all this fucking trenches to get to where the fuck you're at, just so you can get there. And then you have your prince, and he's gonna be the king regardless. He didn't have to go through what you did, but he's by default now gonna be the king. And now it's like, is he really gonna be as strong as you because you didn't make him go through that shit that he did? You know what I'm saying? So that's one part of it. That's one part of the thing. You can't, but that motherfucker can't call me no motherfucking couch potato. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there like whenever like I remember my dad being gone. I remember my grandpa. They worked all the time. So like it always is like there's a part of me that I'm like proud. I'm like, yeah, they weren't there, but they were working. You know what I'm saying? But you weren't raising your kids. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, now that I have my daughter, I work from home and I do some other shit. But like, it doesn't mean that I'm fucking lazy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm there for my daughter all day, every day. I'm not a motherfucking couch potato. I don't do any of that shit. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, there's money that I could be getting. There's a lot of money that I'm losing for not working the way I work. But like I guarantee you, you ask my daughter, I guarantee you ask her now, I guarantee you ask her in 20 years if she would have rather me been working out in the motherfucking, you know, getting money and fucking being busy all the fucking time. I mean, I'm not free all the time, but I'm there most of the time. Like if you ask her what's the difference is, I guarantee you she's gonna be like, damn, for sure. My dad was always there for me. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't no motherfucking couch potato. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me, I really like resonated with this one because when he like I think of my dad like as a warrior. Like my dad, like Mexican dads, they just work all the fucking time. But my dad still took me every other weekend during his time that he was supposed to take me. And even though he worked all weekend, he brought us with him. And we would work with him. We would like shovel, do like landscaping stuff. Like we would help him because that's what we were supposed to do. We worked with him. Or if he worked on a car, he would teach us. Like that dude taught me how to change a tire when I was like 10 years old. And he changed his own oil. He never went to a mechanic. He did everything himself. Like, and teaching your daughter, like, and your sons, and like, how to do all this stuff, like, honestly, that's like the best kind of quality time you could ever have with a kid.
Exactly.
And, but at the same, like, we were never home. Like, we were never like, he was never a couch potato or any of those things. Like, he was always out, but we were always with him too. Like, when we were supposed to be, he was always at all of our birthday parties. He was always there for us, but like, he was always working. So it was like, it was so crazy, like, how he was still there even though he was always working. So like for me, like I thought so highly of my dad because like he was just like not lazy at all. And now I see guys nowadays that are super lazy. They don't want to
Yeah.
work, don't want to do nothing. And I don't really think of you like that because I feel like you're always working. Even though you work from home, you're working doing that, and
I'm
then you're
saying.
always working on social media and stuff like that. And he's not referring to like you have to be gone all the time. He owns like a big ass company. If you had that, you wouldn't be home as often, but you'd still take your daughter because you'd probably bring her with you, which is kind of like how my dad was with us.
But then
And
I probably
so,
wouldn't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that I said that I would want to do, but then it's just like if I had to do that, then I wouldn't do it. And that's why I think I honestly think that like this one, like we could talk about it forever. And I
yeah,
don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. Like I think he thinks about whatever he the fuck gonna think about, but I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I do think there are, like you said, fucking quote unquote house husbands and shit like that'll just stay at home dads. Like I couldn't be a stay at home dad per se. Like I mean, if it was it's so that's the thing about him is like the whole masculine thing. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
being a stay at home dad, it makes me look like I'm a bitch. Do you know what I mean? But at the
yeah,
same time, if I got with a woman and she was making $250,000 a year, and the only thing I had to do was stay at home with the kids and shit. It's like, how am I gonna say no? Do you know what I'm saying? This is part of the fucking part of the fucking team. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might not be making that much money, and you know what I'm saying. And it is a little emasculating not making that money, but once you get over that and you can get together as like you make it together as a team, it's just like what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how am I gonna say no to that?
I don't think, like, no offense, but I really don't think you could do that. I don't think you could not work on something, whether it's social media, whether it's
Well,
anything.
I mean,
You
I'll
love
probably
to
still do
work.
social media. Yeah, I love to create, so I'm still gonna create. But like, if it's actually like knowing that you can't contribute the same amount of money as her, you know what I'm saying? So like, how many men? I mean, I know men that would. He would say no. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he got with a woman that was making $2 million a year, or was had more millions than him, and was like, hey, if you stay at home, this is our money, he would say no. He'd be like, no, I'm a man and I'm gonna try to work for my own, which is a good thing. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying like if I had a kid with somebody, now if I'm staying home for just her kids, that's a different story. But I'm staying home with my kid and she's gonna make this money, and I'm still raising my kid, and I'm still gonna be doing my fucking social media shit, or I'm gonna be creating something. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm also gonna make sure my kids are good. I don't. There's just no way I'm gonna say no, and I don't. And I'm fucking man enough to be like, hey, yeah, I'm not the fucking breadwinner, and that doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me one bit. And if it makes me look like a bitch, then it makes me look like a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna be okay with it because that's part of the team, and that's how we're gonna make things work.
I don't think he's saying just in general, like dads who stay at home. I think he's saying like a lazy guy who doesn't want to fucking work and doesn't want to do nothing. There are so many men that are so lazy and they don't want to do shit.
Right.
There's a lot of women that are like that too, but like there's a lot of dudes that are like don't want to do shit. Like you can tell too, because they're like you can tell how lazy they are, and it's like that's I don't think I think he's talking about just lazy ass people that don't want to do anything. And
I think
that's
he's
where
actually
it can be
talking about
interpreted
both.
differently.
I think he's talking about both because I guarantee you, if I put that scenario in front of him and he says that, there's just no way he's gonna say it's okay. There's just no way to say like,
No,
hey,
he
yeah,
won't. Because
he
he'll be
won't.
like he probably will call you a bitch because that's just how
You
he
ain't the
is.
fucking man making the breadwinner. Like,
Yeah, and he'll straight up tell you, oh, like if you're not striving to make more than her, then yeah, you're not being a man. And that's just how he would say it because that's how he
and so
talks.
be it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
to each his own, I guess.
Exactly, and so be it.
I don't know.
That's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like
Like when it comes to
I like
him, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't dislike him. I don't dislike him. There are some things that like as a man you do need some of these masculine things that you're just like. That's what I'm saying. Like I mean, knowing how to fight, knowing how to change oil, knowing how to change a tire, period. Like there are some things as a man you really just have to know because there's some things women can't do. And I'm not saying women can't change a tire. They can. But I'm saying
yeah,
like but a man's going to show you how to change the tire. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's some things you have to know as a
yeah.
man. And
My
that's what I'm
dad,
saying
our
like
dad.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like I that I get. I don't like the ideology of calling somebody something if it works for the team. And I get it. Like I said, I made the joke. Like I posted that one with the girl that proposed to the guy.
Oh, uh-huh.
And do you know what I mean? And I made the joke like, hey, if if she wanted to, she would. And it stirred up a lot of shit. Like a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you want to be a woman so bad. And it's just like, first of all, I was playing. I wouldn't want you to propose. Now, if you did, what am I gonna do? Be like, oh shit, no. But well, I don't want that. But like, I mean, the jokes are funny. I mean, the fucking
Yeah,
joke is funny. The fucking joke is funny.
it
But
is.
like that's what I'm saying. They call shit on the internet. He stirs shit up on the internet. But I don't
That
know.
joke is funny because it makes men that are like because men are becoming less masculine and more like toward the feminine type because they would expect those types of things. Like,
And it's
if you
fun.
see all the meme videos and stuff about how guys want the door open for them when they get in the car, and then the girl gets some flowers, and the girl drives, and she drives like a stick shift or something like that. It's like making fun of how guys are nowadays because they're not like the
Where's
warrior
she at?
type, you know? Huh?
So where's she at? No, I'm not. But I'm saying like I know, and it's funny because I feel like TikTok is worse than Instagram. Like if whenever I post jokes on TikTok, people take things so fucking seriously on TikTok. Like I
Yeah.
posted that one and oh, when did men want to become women and when did they? I'm just like, bro, like this was a joke, obvious joke. It's an obvious joke. I think I posted another one that whenever you're I'm on FaceTime with you and I'm trying to look through your glasses to see who you're texting when I'm on FaceTime with you.
Oh,
And there was
yeah.
a bunch of people that insecure much. Oh, see, it's just like, bro, like these are fucking jokes. Like I'm single. Like get the fuck off of my fucking page. But same thing Andrew Tate's doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stirring up shit because
Yeah.
he knows how to stir up shit. So to me, I feel like he's not wrong, but he's not right. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I think it's really just what kind of goes with you. Now,
Yeah.
besides I think we both agree on like, yeah, you don't want no fucking lazy fucking husband. You know what I'm saying? You want no
Hell
lazy
no.
stay at home dad, but at the same time, like I'm gonna be in my kid's life as much as I can be. You know what I mean? And like I was gone out of. I'm not gonna say I was gone out of my kid's life because it wasn't like that. But like I had let them move while I stayed, and it was probably one of the worst. Like it was, I had a really good life, but it was still one of the worst times because every time I see my daughter, she was older, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And now I'm probably in the worst position that I've been in a long time. But at the same time, my quality of life is better now that I'm with my daughter more. So now,
Yeah.
am I going to find something better and some things that are going to happen? Yeah, but I believe, God will put it in my hands and things will happen. So, but other than that, like I said, I don't think there's a right and wrong answer for that one.
No, it just like I said, you can resonate with it however, like there's so many different ways you can go with that one.
Let's go to this next one here. Now, due to copyright share, they probably didn't have no fucking sound, but it's okay. The
Oh
point of the
yeah.
video is what is the point of the video?
So I wanted you to share this one
Because all I
because
saw was cleavage. What?
because her lips.
Ain't nobody looking at them lips. I'm looking at them tits. No, I'm just playing.
Anyway, it's kind of like I was just thinking like because with all the BBLs and all the lips and all that stuff, like what is like at this point like what is too much anymore? Because I feel like it's so overboard. Like to the point where people have me questioning, like, should I get my lips done? Like, is my booty big enough? Like, and people always tell me, like, oh, you have a big booty, you have big lips, like, don't get anything done, you're good the way you are. Who cares? Like, you
but
know
the
how they look, they don't look good.
but women don't listen. They don't listen. You can tell
No.
them you look good exactly the way you are. You've already looked in the mirror. You know your flaws, or you think you know your flaws. So you already looked in the mirror. You're like, oh, men. We'll look in the mirror and be like, damn, my nose is big. Oh well, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women will be like, oh, shit, let me call Susan. Susan knows the person that does the fucking surgery to see how much it really was, and I've never met a woman that doesn't know like the savings of the fuck. They'll put a fucking plan together. When it comes to beauty, even though it might not be beauty, when it comes to beauty, women know their plan. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
like I asked you earlier, and I think you said no. It was like the movie The Substance. It's what it was about. Like she was getting old and like she found the serum to make her into another girl, and then basically the movie is just about loving yourself. It was a gruesome ass movie. You got to watch it. But basically, like she could be the young pretty virgin for a week, then she had to be the old person for not old, but her regular person for a week. But if you went over a little bit, like the older one get to get even older, and so like how much is too much, and it's this, what you're talking about. It's like you can have some big ass pretty lips, and it's just like, oh, like they're not big enough. They're not big enough. But I think it's one of those things
And
too.
that's
Like,
what I thought.
yeah, that's what
Because
I'm
mine are
saying.
big. Mine are not, I
Hmm.
don't have skinny lips. I have big lips. And I've actually thought about getting them done. Even more recently. I was just like, maybe I should just get a little something. But then I'm like, maybe if I get something, I might go overboard and start getting more and more.
And then you don't notice. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I don't notice, like, you notice a celebrity is that what are they calling their faces, where their faces look all fucking puffed up and shit because they've gotten the fucking fillers and the fucking Botox and all that shit. Now they look like a fucking Muppet, and you're just like, why did you do that to yourself? Like, I don't think women understand how like beautiful age looks. Like, and so yeah, some people might get a little more wrinkled than others, but like that cougar fucking 50, 60, even 70 sometimes, depending on what it is. Like sometimes you age good, and it's okay. It's life. Do you know what I mean? And so, but it's almost like a tattoo. You get your first tattoo, you get a little small one, you're like,
Yeah.
kind of get a little, let me get a little bit something bigger,
Addiction.
get bigger, and then you start getting. So once you get the fucking lip fillers, once you get the
Hmm.
fucking tits, once you get the ass, it's just like, I think they could be a little bigger. I think they could be a little bigger, and all of a sudden, fucking
Yeah, basketball.
like, and when did girls start getting fucking eyelashes? Like, I feel like that phenomenon just like happened out of nowhere, like ten
Okay,
years
so
ago.
I
Like,
did I used to do eyelashes. I used to do them like as my job, like as my like main job. I did it for like like 6 years or something, like a long time. And I had people ask me for the craziest shit, but I just couldn't do it. I could not. And then they'd be like, "It's not good enough. It's not enough." And I'm like, "Your lashes are hanging on, okay? Like if we put any more, they're done." Like what she has is like too much. I wear false lashes. Like I have them on now. I wear them all the time. But I don't go to the extreme where like I can barely open my eyes because I don't know, I just don't like the look. But I do like falsy look. Like I do like having the lash look, but just not too much.
yeah, because first it was before the fake lashes, it was the dark ass mascara that was gonna try. You were gonna try to spread them out and comb them as
Oh yeah.
long as you could, and then all of a sudden the fake ones came out of nowhere, and it just like swept the nation. And for all these girls, and because I know girls that'll be like, oh, I don't need any makeup, I just let me throw on some fucking fake lashes and I'll be good.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And so
and
that's where that came from because women to be honest, like when you have a good lash artist and they do your lashes really well and you look good, like when you wake up in the morning, you still look like that. You're not taking off your lashes and like you have to put them back on in the morning or whatever to feel good or whatever. Like those lashes stay on, and then you just get them done every couple 2 to 4 weeks, depending on what kind of glue you use. And you wake up every day and you feel good about yourself because you have lashes on, so you don't
and I,
you feel like you're already
and I
like
feel like
ready.
men the way they think don't realize, like, women, as much as they like you, they're not doing this for you. Just same way I'm work, or
Yeah.
whenever dudes work out, muscles, muscles and shit. We know. I mean, some women like them, but we know. So if I went to the fucking gym and there was a girl that said, "Dang, you look big," it'd be like, "Oh damn." But if the fucking big ass fucking swole ass dude was like, "Damn, you getting big," I'd be like, "Oh shit, hell yeah," you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. It's like if a girl is gonna compliment you, you're gonna be like, "Oh okay," but if a guy compliments you, you can just be like, "Fuck." Motherfuckers like to fuck anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally, like when I went to the bar the past weekend, like no, not last weekend, the weekend before, like a bunch of girls complimented me. They're like, "Oh, you look so beautiful. I love your eyes and your hair." And my hair is really bright. That's why it's really bright red, but right now it doesn't look like it. But yeah, anyway. And then a guy came up to me and he's like, "Just so you know, when you walked in, all the guys were staring at you because I think it's because your hair and your eyes and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up. You just want to get laid, you know?" But when the girls complimented me, it was like a big table of women and they were like telling me, like I was just like, "Oh my God, I felt so pretty." But when the guy told me, I was just like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude." I'm like, not even. Okay.
Because I got plenty of friends that'll fuck big lips over here that we just watched.
Oh, I know.
Shit, and how many motherfucking drinks before I do it, you know?
Right? But it's like you said, we're not doing it for guys. And like a lot of people think that we are. But I also, because, and that makes me think like of the question, like, how much to you is like too much? Like, do you feel like her lips were too much? Like, or do you just not care? Or how do you feel about that? Because we don't really ask guys' opinion. So it's like kind of not really there.
Okay, so like let's say she just walked in the street. Of course it's too much. Of course it's too much. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck, her lips look like that? But compromising Marco, I'll be like, damn, her body is banging though. Her body is banging though. Look at the way they just stand up there. Look at her ass. You know what I mean? And then be like, and then you all of a sudden forgot about the lips, and then you're talking to her and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot about the fucking lips. After a couple drinks, you won't fucking remember those fucking lips.
No, I mean, and that's not what I mean. I'm talking about more like for your girl. Like,
But
is that
no,
something you
no,
consider
that's what I'm
yourself
saying.
with?
Is that like I mean, if
Like with these
I'm
BBLs and flips.
right. Like if I'm meeting her that way, then you know what you're getting yourself into. But like if you're with somebody for a couple years and then all of a sudden they want to do that, like what the fuck are you doing? Like to
Yeah.
me, yeah, I understand that you probably have insecurity issues about whatever you had, but at the same time, it's like we've been together for so long, and now you're gonna fucking do this. Like, who are you trying to impress? And I know it's not about who you're trying to impress, but it's just like it makes you question your partner. Like, hey, where the fuck is your head at? Like I don't even mean as like impressing guys. It's just like, hey, where's your head at that you felt the need that you wanted to do this? But then again, attention is new currency. Do you know what I mean? People
But
do
I
the
do know
stupidest
that
shit to
most
go
men think
viral. Like
that.
I feel like even the girl that we just watched, she might know that it's too much, but she knew that she was gonna get these views and it was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, the attention, the fucking cloud is a fucking drug. Like attention is just like money nowadays. You know?
Well, and it gains her money. So if she's gaining all these followers,
Yep.
in the end, it's money.
Yeah. Because if she had her OnlyFans, oh yeah, let me see those lips in action. I don't like those lips, but at the same time, if there was something going on that I'm not gonna pay for it. I've never paid for the shit, but I'm just saying like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
curiosity killed the cat. Let me see what them lips can do. Let me.
Because they may not look so big when they're stretched out.
See, that's why we
Why
do
are we
this.
like this?
This is why we like this, because it's like you were thinking it. I was thinking, but you were thinking it. But you said it.
Like white chicks.
But that's why we do this. That's why we do the show. And that's why we're here every week. This is why we like this now podcast. I am Marco, aka DeMarco. This is my lovely co-host Kayla. And this is week 14. We will be back next week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.